Last week, we celebrated the era of strong style, your new NXT Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Tonight, we will hear from the NXT Women's Champion for the first time since beating Bayley at TakeOver in an exclusive interview.
And speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, the new NXT Champion will be in action in our main event when he takes on Steve Cutler, who's looking to make a name for himself at the expense of the King of Strong Style.
That should be a great main event, but right now we're kicking things off with some tag team action. Australia's favorite team, TM61.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 450 pounds, Shane Thorne, Nick Miller, TM61.
Witness TM61, they were in action Brooklyn 2 weeks ago. They went up against the Authors of Pain and found out firsthand what the rest of the NXT Tag Team division has realized.
The Authors of Pain are unstoppable, dominant monsters. I don't know if there's any doubt left, but you have to take your hats off to Thorne and Miller for an impressive showing. These two fought the Authors of Pain with everything they had.
They're coming out here tonight on NXT to rekindle some of the fire they brought when they first started here on NXT.
And their opponents. First, from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 196 pounds, Tony Nese. And his tag team partner, all the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota, at 180 pounds, Ariya Daivari.
This should be a good one. I'm excited to see this. We got two of the former competitors in the Cruiserweight Classic in action here against TM61.
Well, we've spoken at great length about the opportunity that was the Cruiserweight Classic. Even though they've been eliminated, they're still getting opportunities. We've seen how many of the superstars in the past.
We've gotten to see Kota Ibushi here on NXT, Sean Maluda as well, a variety of other cruiserweights. This is Shane Thorne here to start things off against Tony Nese, and of course you can catch all the action of the Cruiserweight Classic immediately following NXT on Wednesdays. And don't forget, coming up next week, the live 2-hour finale of the Cruiserweight Classic right here on the WWE Network. Some big forearms there to get this thing started. There's an elbow out of the corner from Nese, and oh, the top rope. Whoa, wow. Oh, just lighten up Shane Thorne. Thorne doesn't know what hit him. Here's the cover and a kick out at one.
Tony Nese refers to himself as the premier athlete, and after watching that showing, it's hard to disagree.
Oh, Shane Thorne with the hesitation drop kick there, middle of the ring, connects. There's the tag, and in comes Daivari of Iranian descent. This is an interesting team. Got Nick Miller here for TM61, but Daivari teaming up with Tony Nese, two high flyers against TM61.
TM61 can fly as well, though, Tom.
Oh, we got cruiserweights in the ring. These guys can move at a completely different speed. Both Miller and Thorne have about 20 pounds, maybe 30 pounds on both these guys. Oh, and just took down Daivari. Oh, and right to the jaw there with a jawbreaker. And now Daivari. Oh, into the second turnbuckle goes Nick Miller. There's the tag. Back in comes Tony Nese. Now Miller off the ropes. Oh, there goes Daivari right through the ropes, and Tony Nese takes down Nick Miller.
What a drop kick by Nese. The premier athlete gonna take flight.
Oh!
Holy cow. That was outrageous. That was insane. That's the kind of action you can expect from the Cruiserweight division, which I've been seeing.
Oh my Shane Thorne saying I can do one better.
Shane Thorne interrupted my plug for Monday Night Raw where the Cruiserweights are coming, but wow, how awesome was that? Look at this, Tony Nese twisting over the top rope. Wow.
Taking out two men, and then look at the end of the cover here, and Nick Miller can't put away Tony Nese. Well, this is exactly what we expected out of this matchup. Oh! There's the backdrop. Oh, now off the apron into the senton. Shane Thorne into the cover here, and Nese kicks out at 2. Well, this is a completely different style, and you mentioned it before. I can't wait to see this kind of action on Raw. Well, look at Nese. Look at Nese calling in Daivari. The referee's got his attention.
That was a brilliant move by Nese. Get the referee's attention away for just a moment. Enough to capitalize. Great job. Veteran move by Tony Nese.
Side of the face there to Shane Thorne. Now the cover here and a kick out at 2.
Take a look at this great tag team work by Nese and Daivari. Thorne looking to hold Nese back. The momentary distraction and Nese taking a cheap shot. Great move by this young tag team.
It's an exciting time right now in the NXT Tag Team division. A team like Nese and Daivari, who knows what their future holds, but they're trying to make an impact here on NXT. You can do that against TM61. We talked about the authors of pain earlier on, the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Wait, watch this.
Whoa, hold it.
Seen Nese do this in the past, just raw power.
Man, oh!
Hangs him out to dry.
Oh, there's a running knee. Off the ropes, cover here on Shane Thorne, and Shane got his shoulder up.
Nese almost put Shane Thorne away. The cruiserweights aren't all about only high flying time, as you just saw Tony Nese demonstrate. That is incredible power.
How do you deal with that kind of speed, though? These guys are flying all over the ring. Oh! Daivari with the elbow drop.
I like the way Daivari throws that big
Hook to the leg, hook to the leg. Thorne still in this match.
I like the way Daivari swings that leg out, giving a little bit of extra momentum, driving that elbow down hard.
Oh, we mentioned it before, the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Revival, they're paying attention to every last tag team match that happens here on NXT. They made an emphatic statement last week in taking out Tommaso Ciampa. Now Daivari just trying to wear down Shane Thorne. Nick Miller reaching out here in the corner, hoping to make a tag. Oh, and just flattened.
He's getting a little chippy.
Oh!
What an uppercut.
All the way from down under. Now trying to reach out to make the tag to Nick Miller, but Tony Nese comes out of the corner, makes the tag. Tony Nese, very familiar with WWE and NXT talent, past and present, has won a variety of tag team titles throughout his career. Right now, he and Daivari are working together extremely well against TM61.
This incredible role of AJ Styles continues.
I scratched and clawed my entire life. Ain't nobody taking it away from me.
What a matchup this is gonna be.
I am the face that runs this place.
Hey. I can't wait till we ain't broke and the phone keeps ringing but we ain't home. I can't wait till we get there and we're putting something good up in the air. I can't wait to get out of this place. I can't wait till they know my face and I can say what I wanna say when I'm bigger than the Empire State.
Back here on NXT, TM61 trying to get back in this fight, but the cruiserweights are in control.
Daivari with that rolling elbow right on point. That could be lights out for Shane Thorne.
Daivari is trying to gather himself, but Shane Thorne somehow is crawling into his corner, trying to make a tag to Nick Miller, so close, and Tony Nese cuts him off. Oh, there's the tag to Miller. Now Miller's got a chance here against Tony Nese. These two former competitors from the Cruiserweight Classic have been very, very impressive here in this match.
Wow. These kicks by Nese are wicked. Little to no effect on Miller.
Miller with a big clothesline. And the forearm right there across the chest. Here's the cover and a kick out by Tony Nese. There's a tag, Shane Thorne trying to get back involved in this fight. There's the big uppercut, takes out Daivari on the opposite side. Now Nick Miller is starting to roll. Oh, a little high-low there on Tony Nese. Now the cover on Nese, and TM61 also close.
Daivari in at the last second for the save, saving the opportunity for his partner, Tony Nese.
Take another look here. High-low by Shane Thorne and Nick Miller. That's what TM61 does best.
Tony Nese still fighting.
Using any part of his body. Oh.
Wow. He's got the arm trap still and a pump handle. Oh, super kick.
Oh, gets triggered
Sit
to the
out,
mat.
slam, Daivari up top, bang!
Frog splash. Cover here by Daivari, and Shane Thorne saved by Miller. Big save there by Nick Miller to help out his friend, and there goes Nese over the top.
There goes Miller. The knee by Daivari took Miller out.
Well, now Daivari looking for the cover. Has the tights, and Thorne kicked out.
Oh. The first one didn't get him, but the second one did.
Now the tag here to Nick Miller. The Australians are thinking about it. Showing off the power of Thunder Valley. Miller, the legal man. Here's the cover on Daivari, and TM61 knock off the cruiserweights.
Here is your winners, TM61.
Got to be impressed with Thorne and Miller, but you've got to give credit to Nese and Daivari. Not a full-time tag team by any means, but still showing what the Cruiserweight Classic is about, what the Cruiserweight division is capable of, and taking TM61 to the limit.
Tell you what, if that was any example of what the action's going to be like, I can't wait to see the live finale next week here on the WWE Network. But this is a very strong showing for TM61, Nick Miller, and Shane Thorne. Hard-hitting match.
Look at this, Daivari taken to the skies. Picture perfect frog splash. We thought that was it, but Nick Miller in time, just barely.
Now watch this, Shane Thorne against Daivari. Boom! Go a little southpaw there and just wiped out Daivari.
And the power display by the Australians, Thunder Valley. Call it the end for Daivari. TM61 rolls on.
It's an extremely intriguing time in the NXT Tag Team Division. A heck of a way to get us started here on NXT. Tom Phillips here with Corey Graves. I can't wait to see the finale of the Cruiserweight Classic.
It's going to be awesome for sure. Competition heating up in the Cruiserweight division. It's coming to Raw. The Tag Team division here on NXT, everything's getting awesome.
Shameless plug. Right now we want to talk about what happened at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Bayley once again challenging for the NXT Women's Championship. It was Asuka who remained undefeated and remained champion. I had an opportunity to sit down with the champion earlier today.
Asuka, thank you so much for joining me here today. And first of all, congratulations on your successful and emotional NXT Women's Championship defense at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn against Bayley. Tell us what was so special about that match.
The crowd in Brooklyn was crazy. I was excited. The match? I respect Bayley. Bayley was heart of NXT. Bayley fought hard, but I fought harder.
You debuted here on NXT last fall, and in a little less than a year's time, you remain undefeated, and you faced a very impressive list of NXT alumni and current Raw and SmackDown Live talent. Carmella, Emma, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Alexa Bliss, and Bayley.
I have cleaned out the 4 women's division. Those women got saved because they don't have to face me anymore.
The current championship landscape here in NXT is you, of course, as NXT Women's Champion, and your countrymate, Shinsuke Nakamura, as NXT Champion. Much like the Olympics, you want to see your home country bring home the gold. How important it is to you to represent Japan as a champion?
The championship is the most important to me. I defend this title for myself and my country. To my friend in Japan. 私はこうやって海を越えてベルト取ったり活躍してますんで、これからも応援よろしくお願いします。
Well, you're obviously very passionate about it. All right, last question. Is there any superstar that you think is ready to challenge you for the NXT Women's Championship?
誰も私を倒すことできひんし、これからも現れへんと思うで。No one is ready for Asuka.
A supremely confident NXT Women's Champion. And still to come later tonight after their face-to-face interaction last week, Andrade, Cien, Almas, and Austin Aries will do battle. Can Almas regain momentum after his defeat in Brooklyn, or will Aries again live up to his moniker as the greatest man that ever lived?
But coming up next, there you see her, the mysterious Ember Moon gets set to make her Full Sail in-ring debut when we come back.
Have you ever just met somebody and the second you see them, they just steal your heart?
My wrestling name is Connor the Crusher.
Because that's what happened when I met Connor. He was full of life and confidence.
And then maybe I'll have a match with Daniel Bryan.
Well, did you promise not to hurt?
You make him promise not to hurt me. You know how tough that guy is?
No,
you know how,
I'm not gonna do that.
I just wanna make you laugh. I just wanna see that smile. Babe, we're only here for a little while.
Connor Mahalik was an incredibly special person. He did not die in vain. Through his spirit, Connor's Cure is designed to find a cure for pediatric cancer.
With the V Foundation, we're going to be spreading the funding for research to all the top scientists throughout the country.
The V Foundation is here to put an end to cancer. We fund research of the best caliber from the best people.
The WWE has said we don't want another child to suffer like Connor had to.
I just wanna make you laugh. I just wanna see that smile.
Connor was a special little boy, though I'd give anything to have him back with me. Through him, we're able to help all these sick kids and their families.
Yes. To me, Connor's Cure is the most wonderful thing. I'm really happy that they do have Connor's Cure.
Welcome back to Full Sail University. And as you can see, NXT's ring posts, ring skirts, and entrance ramp are going gold to promote the fight against pediatric cancer. WWE and the V Foundation announced their first ever Give the Gear, Get the Gear campaign for fans through the end of September. You can purchase bracelets and bandanas with 100% of net proceeds benefiting Connor's Cure to support pediatric cancer research. Go to connorthecrusher.org for more information.
Steve Cutler, you have your first opportunity to face the NXT Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? What are Steve Cutler's thoughts? My thought is, what has Shin actually sacrificed? Wrestling all over Japan? Then eventually coming here to the States to win the NXT Championship? There's no sacrifice in that. There's no honor. I know what sacrifice is. I know what it means to sacrifice 4 years of my life to give up to have this opportunity. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you love me. And I for damn sure do not care if you hate me. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you will respect me.
Tell you what, Steve Cutler certainly calling his shot against, of all people, the NXT champion.
Hey, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough.
following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Canada, Leah Vaughn.
Well, more NXT women's division action here tonight, as we talked about over the last few weeks. In the wake of NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, free agent signings, draft picks, there's brand new chances for superstars to make their mark. It might be Leah's opportunity.
Her opponent from Dallas, Texas, Ember Moon!
We were just talking about opportunities and what NXT has available for somebody's future. Ember Moon got an opportunity at the stage that was TakeOver Brooklyn, and she pried the eyes of the WWE Universe open, took advantage of it. The whole world is talking about Ember Moon right now.
After the highest attended NXT event in history, 15,671 NXT fans got to see Ember Moon light things up at the Barclays Center. And tonight we get to see it for the first time ever here at Full Sail University.
But you know Leah Vaughn would love nothing more than to spoil the momentum of Ember Moon.
Ember Moon is taking to social media to say, quote, "The universe is shifting. An unknown light infiltrates the dark. Nebulous morph and a blood moon forms."
I don't expect you to understand all that, Tom, but I knew exactly what she was talking about.
I forgot you're an astrologist.
Fantastic agility displayed by Ember Moon. Right back to that side headlock.
And Ember Moon's have been extremely active on social media. Talked about some of her words. The hashtag prophecy of fire is something she's talked about a lot and called herself the NXT war goddess. Off the ropes. Oh, the second rope into the crossbody cover here on Leah Vaughn and a kick out of two.
Have you ever actually tried to speak to Ember Moon, Tom, or do you just read her Twitter all day?
Do you try and talk to her?
Of course not.
Here's your answer. Oh. Now Leah Vaughn trying to create an opportunity here. Takes down Ember Moon. What a win this would be for Leah Vaughn, and a kick out at one. And we got to hear a little bit earlier on here tonight on NXT from the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Many believe that she has cleared out the NXT Women's division, but so many are pointing towards Ember Moon as a part of that bright future.
But you asked me in Brooklyn, can anybody beat Asuka? And I said, I don't know, and I'm beginning to think Asuka may be women's champion forever.
Now Moon whipped into the corner. Whoa, Leah Vaughn got caught. Shoulders down, a kick out at two.
Oh my goodness.
You hear that one? Just throwing herself at Leah Vaughn, and oh!
Almost like Leah Vaughn offended Ember Moon. I think she made her mad.
Butterfly suplex there.
Like
now
this.
Into the far corner is Leah Vaughn. Oh!
Flipping clothesline. Ember Moon's going up top. Could be what we saw in Brooklyn. It is absolutely awe-inspiring.
Take a look at this, top rope.
Oh! Ember Moon just eclipsed Leah Vaughn.
Here's your winner, Ember Moon!
What a maneuver. Twisting off the top rope into that stunner.
Most wouldn't even dare try what this woman is capable of. Very unique and unpredictable style of offense. Ember Moon looks pretty impressed with her handiwork. Let's take a look back here in this match. This down the stretch, boom, right across the head of Leah Vaughn.
Just watch this. This is unreal.
Flipping, twisting, stunner.
Look at her change direction right there in midair. That is incredible. Not many athletes, man or woman on the planet, that can pull that thing off. Tell you what, look into those red eyes and you'll know what Ember Moon is all about.
No way, Jose. How are you feeling this week after Bobby Roode blatantly disrespected you the last time you saw each other?
Bobby Roode comes in here with his nice jacket, great slacks, nice shoes, calls himself glorious, and disrespects me in front of the entire NXT universe. You see, I don't play that game. You think he's the first one to ever come up to me and disrespect me? No way. Have I ever stopped for anybody before? No way. Have I ever changed the way I look, changed the way I dress, even though I'm wearing all white after Labor Day? Oh, no way. So Bobby Roode is gonna find out that you do not mess with No Way, Jose.
No way, Jose, all business when it comes to Bobby Roode. But coming up next, Andrade, Cien, Almas will look to pick up where Hideo Itami left off in Brooklyn as Cien does battle with an enraged and embarrassed Austin Aries. Can the greatest man that ever lived focus his attention away from revenge against Hideo long enough to overcome the Lucha Libre sensation? Don't go anywhere. NXT will be right back.
We talk heavy, we hit hard, and we are your brand new NXT Tag Team Champions.
We are scientifically proven to be the best tag team, and not just in NXT, not just in the WWE, but in the entire universe. There is nobody better than Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. There is nobody that can lace our boots. We have beaten every single one of your favorite little tag teams, and we have showed that we are unstoppable.
There's no tag team that's beat us. There's no tag team that can beat us.
We don't care where you've been. We don't care who you've beat. We are the champions.
Top guys out.
Moving around has been okay? Okay, go ahead and twist side to side. Good. All right, let's check it out. Set your hand up here.
How's the ribs?
Ribs are fine, man. How's the knee?
I'll be okay. Got some news for you, though. Just came from Mr. Regal's office. He let me know that if you're cleared, he's going to give us an opportunity next week in a tag team match at the Cruiserweight Classic Live special.
What about the Revival?
First things first. Is he cleared?
I think with a few more days of rest and really taking it easy, you should be fine to wrestle by next week.
So next week, at the Cruiserweight Classic, we show the world, we show Mr. Regal, not only are we 100%, we're better than ever. And then, the Revival?
Yeah. Look, man, they hurt us both. Let's hit them where it hurts the most.
We're gonna take their NXT Tag Team titles.
One step at a time.
DIY indeed. Gargano and Ciampa will be out to impress in tag team action next week during the Cruiserweight Classic live finale.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 215 pounds, Andrade Cien Almas.
A lot at stake here tonight for Andrade Cien Almas, not only rebounding after NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, his battle against Bobby Roode, but tonight he goes up against the greatest man that ever lived, who once again, another superstar trying to challenge the will of Andrade Almas. We saw the interview last week that Andrade Almas was having, and Austin Aries saying, quote, "No one cares about you, no one understands you, especially after your loss in Brooklyn."
Big of a fan of Austin Aries as I am, I think I'm going to have to disagree. Andrade Cien Almas is to be taken very seriously. Has a very bright future.
And his opponents from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 202 pounds, Austin Aries!
And while Andrade Cien Almas may have a very bright future, he's going to face off with the reigning and defending greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries.
Now, Austin Aries is a possibility. This man is deflecting after NXT TakeOver. Granted, he got a victory against No Way Jose to open the show, but still, what happened after the fact, the attack by Hideo Itami, hitting the go-to-sleep on Austin Aries, was all the talk in the NXT universe.
Yeah, which is unfortunate and kind of disgusting on behalf of Hideo Itami. Austin Aries just won a hard-fought battle on the grand stage of Barclays Center, and Hideo snuck in and put him to sleep.
Mostly because Austin Aries deemed that after the matchup, it was all right to hit it last chancery again on No Way Jose, not holding up with his attack, and Hideo Itami came to even the odds.
2-on-1 doesn't sound like even odds to me.
It
Phillips.
wasn't a 2-on-1. It was a defenseless man in No Way Jose that Austin Aries went after the match had ended.
Who won the match, Tom?
Austin Aries did win that match.
All that matters.
Andrade Cien Almas has been doubted now by multiple superstars here at NXT. A man made a splash in his debut back in June, has been exciting through much of the summer. Bobby Roode, someone who doubted Andrade Almas. We learned a lot about this man at the Barclays Center. Out of the corner, now Austin Aries catching Andrade Cien Almas, and Almas right back on him. Look at these two go back and forth. There's a drop kick.
Picture perfect.
Looking for the cover, forearm in the face, out at one.
Austin Aries just soaking in the adulation of the crowd here at Full Sail.
Is that what you call it, the adulation?
That's right. They were chanting his name, Tom.
Well, what was Austin Aries' response to Hideo Itami after NXT TakeOver? You're pretty close with Aries.
Austin Aries opted not to even talk about Hideo Itami. We shouldn't even be talking about Hideo Itami. We should be talking about Austin Aries. Austin Aries didn't want to talk about what Hideo did. Austin wanted to talk about what Austin did.
And knowing Austin Aries wants to keep the spotlight on him at all times. Now whipping Andrade into the corner. Oh, there's a drop kick to the midsection.
It makes Almas so dangerous. The ability to adapt midair so quick.
Oh. And now Cien sending Austin Aries for a ride. And Aries is in trouble. Here's the cover and a kick out. And Austin Aries taking a moment outside the ring trying to collect himself.
Andrade didn't feel like waiting.
Hold on a second. Andrade is going after Austin Aries.
Oh.
Not that easy to dispose of.
This is no time to pose, Andrade. You're in there with the greatest man that ever lived.
Oh, face first off of the apron. Now Andrade measuring his opponent and takes down Austin Aries.
Corkscrew plancha by Cien. Full Sail starting to be all fired up.
Now into the cover. Shoulders down here on Aries and a kick out. Now Andrade thinks he's got an opening here against Aries.
Oh,
no!
That could have ended extremely bad for Almas.
Austin Aries has turned things around in an effective manner.
You are cordially invited to the most dangerous place on earth. Courtesy of the Night Mayor of Suplex City. So be like The Undertaker, be like John Cena, like Seth Rollins, be like Goldberg. Find out what it's like to be victimized in Suplex City.
Product not yet rated.
For the first time ever, the hottest brand in sports entertainment is heading to Australia and New Zealand.
This is NXT!
Don't miss your chance to be part of the worldwide phenomenon when NXT heads your way this December.
Can you feel it? Can you feel this moment?
All the heart-pounding excitement, all the jaw-dropping action, and all of your favorite NXT superstars. At NXT Live, anything can happen. It's NXT Live in New Zealand and Australia on the following dates. For more information, log on to WWE.com.
Back here on NXT, Austin Aries wailing away on his opponent, Andrade Cien Almas. What action we've had here in this match.
Yeah, before the break, let's take a look at how Aries took advantage, dumping Cien off the top to the outside. That could have ended very badly for Andrade.
Cien has been trying to gather himself ever since, but Austin Aries has been in command. The knee right to the midsection of Andrade Almas. Oh, boots right across the face of Cien. That smug look on Austin Aries' face. Off the second rope and the elbow right to the back of the neck. This could do it to put away Almas. Now a kick out.
Who was smug about that? Austin Aries is simply enjoying his handiwork. There's nothing smug. He's smiling.
We talked about what happened last week. Andrade was in the middle of an interview and Austin Aries interrupting, saying, quote, nobody cares about Andrade Almas, especially after what happened in Brooklyn between Andrade and Bobby Roode.
And I said I wouldn't disagree with that, but Austin Aries, this is his mental game. It's the mind games. Austin Aries calls himself the greatest man that ever lived because Austin Aries truly believes it.
There's some in the NXT universe believe that Austin Aries is deflecting after what happened in Brooklyn, especially considering Hideo Itami really took it to him.
That's just your propaganda, Phillips. You spew this stuff and it catches like wildfire.
Now look at Andrade. Oh, Andrade's got a little bit of space here against Aries. Well, Aries, oh! Got Aries all tangled up there in the ropes, and now Andrade going up top with the drop kick.
Laser-like precision on that drop kick from the top, and Andrade's starting to feel it.
Oh, and Andrade with a full head of steam here kicks out the legs of Austin Aries. This is a little bit personal for Andrade.
Oh, man.
Andrade was rearing for the double knees, and Aries caught him on the other side of the ring. Couldn't put him away.
Let's take another look at this. Aries, bang, full head of steam, drop kick in the corner.
Right in the mush.
Austin Aries, that veteran advantage in this one. Give Aries a moment. He will exploit it.
Now Austin Aries up to the top turnbuckle here with Andrade Almas trying to out-muscle Andrade. And Aries takes a nasty fall.
Aries better look out.
This is an opportunity Andrade looks forward to each and every match. Go to the top rope. Oh, and he caught him. Caught him here. Hooked to the inside leg on Austin Aries. Oh, and he almost had him.
and you can see how WWE superstars are made at the WWE Performance Center. All access, November 14th in Orlando, Florida. Tickets are on sale now. Visit nxttickets.com for more information.
Well, right now, Andrade Cien Almas is in control against Aries. Oh, and there's an elbow right on the jaw.
Oh, man.
What does that feel like? Oh! The boot there from Andrade, now whipped into the corner. Oh, caught up in the turnbuckle.
Not where Austin Aries wants to be right now.
Thinking about the double knees, and got out of the way to Austin Aries just in time and gets taken down for his trouble.
What's Andrade got in mind? Aries able to evade.
Oh, and Aries caught right in the midsection.
Oh, Aries caught him, planted him, powerbomb into the last chancery.
Great transition. Now look at Austin Aries. The last chancery locked in and gets the tap out.
Here is your winner by submission, Austin Aries.
What a great victory for my man, A-Double. Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived. So impressive, continues the momentum from Brooklyn. Let's take a look back at how it all went down right here.
Watch this. This was Austin Aries closing the space. Nearly took out Andrade Cien Almas, but a kick out there will keep Andrade alive.
Cien takes to the sky. Crazy moonsault, crazy ability, but not quite enough.
Great match here. One chance too many, however. Watch this. Caught by Aries into a powerbomb and then right into the last chancery. That is that veteran instinct of Austin Aries. Emphatically gets Andrade to submit. Tell you what, I understand Austin Aries was humiliated by Hideo Itami in Brooklyn, but this was a very big win for him to bounce back. Coming up next, it's our main event. Steve Cutler looks for a huge win of his own when he takes on the newly crowned NXT Champion Shinsuke Nakamura for the first time ever.
That should be a great match, but I've been saving this one for the right occasion. Shut up, Tom, because I have just been informed. Yes, there he is. Samoa Joe is in the house, and I'm told he's on his way to ringside for an up-close and personal view of our main event. Next.
Bushi with an amazing victory.
Impressive performance for Grand Metalik. Rich Swann has danced his way to the quarterfinals. It's about proving that you are the best cruiserweight on the planet. We welcome you to the quarterfinal round in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Welcome back, and next week it is official. The glorious one himself will grace Full Sail University with his presence when Bobby Roode takes on the fun-loving, highly motivated No Way Jose. You do not want to miss this one next week on NXT.
We are getting set here for our main event here on NXT. Tom Phillips here ringside by Corey Graves, but we have a surprise guest, the former NXT champion, Samoa Joe, here to take in this match. Joe, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Todd and Corey, always great to see you.
Oh, man.
That's his name, right?
We'll go with that.
Okay, sounds good.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. making his way to the ring from Rutherford, New Jersey, weighing in at 225 pounds, Steve Cutler!
Steve Cutler with a major opportunity here in this match. Joe, I know why you're here to see the NXT champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the first time we've gotten to see you since NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Do you have any comments stemming from your championship match?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, going into the match, you know, I wholeheartedly admit that maybe I took some things for granted, and you know, I stand here in this kind of bittersweet position of having this realization of the mistakes that I made. But you know, Shinsuke is the champ. He's out there. He's the man to beat now.
And his opponent, from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura!
With all due respect, Joe, it's got to be tough watching Nakamura walk to the ring with the NXT Championship you held so dear.
The feelings, it's indescribable, Corey, to be honest with you. But you know, I realized that in Brooklyn, Shin, he was the better man, and he deserves to be standing in that ring with the championship right now.
How is the jaw? We understand you dislocated your mandible.
It's healing. It's coming along. Fortunately, we discovered a few other things that need to be cleared up, but I'm looking to get back into competition as soon as possible and recapture my championship.
And this is our main event matchup here tonight. Shinsuke Nakamura, the NXT champion, in action for the first time since Brooklyn against Steve Cutler. This is an opportunity that Steve Cutler called for, saying he wanted to face the NXT champion, believed he'd go on to become NXT champion, calling his shot, so to speak. But Shinsuke Nakamura last week saying, I've accomplished everything I could in Japan, wanted to come and face the best competition here in the world, NXT. And Joe, he talked about you.
And I understand. I mean, you know, he's always been a tremendous competitor. I've known him a long time, and that right there is just another example of why he's so dangerous. I mean, he can strike from anywhere and do what he needs to do. And yeah, he's the champ.
And Nakamura getting in the mind of Cutler.
What a knee strike by Nakamura. Now, Joe, you and I have known each other for, what, 10, 12 years? And the Samoa Joe I know right now would come out here and would be incensed. I mean, you lost on a stage the magnitude of TakeOver Brooklyn to Nakamura. You lost your NXT title. You seem almost
It's just a different Joe.
You know, listen, sometimes competition can brings out some real realizations, and Brooklyn, you know, made me realize that maybe there's a little bit of a flaw in how I approach things. That being said, I mean, I'm working on getting healthy and getting back, and hopefully getting in that ring again as soon as possible.
Steve Cutler is going after the NXT champion here in the corner, right after the midsection of Nakamura. We know Nakamura was saying, through the pain, I became champion. Gotta believe Nakamura's feeling the pain from Brooklyn, and a kick out.
It's a smart strategy by Cutler, trying to stay in close quarters with Nakamura. That rear chin lock.
I mean, it's almost key, guys. I mean, you can't let him generate any momentum. I mean, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous competitor.
Looking for the suplex, and look at Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, countered it in midair. Right back with those strikes and dropping Cutler. Oh, and again into the chest.
Joe, what do those Nakamura kicks feel like?
I mean, they suck, Corey. That's the best way I can put it, man. You know, I'm still recovering from them, and you know, what you see out there is the real deal.
On the Ember and an exploder to Cutler.
By far one of the most accurate strikers I've ever been in the ring with. I mean, he hits you at the right spot, and he hits you with great timing, and he knows what to do.
Pardon me, Joe. Kinshasa!
Just runs over Steve Cutler, and the NXT champion gets the win.
Here is your winner, the NXT champion, Shinsuke Nakamura!
Let's take one more look back here at this matchup. Steve Cutler got an opportunity against the NXT champion. He's got your title, Joe, and watch this. Down the end here, the Kinshasa right across the jaw of Steve Cutler. So dangerous.
Here is your winner.
I gotta say, not the attitude we expected here tonight from Samoa Joe, as he and the rest of the NXT universe took in the era of strong style.